35-1, Albert Pagara. It's a very, very impressive record, but it doesn't tell you an awful lot about the level that he's at, to be perfectly honest, because there's not much depth to it. There is in terms of the number of wins, but there isn't in terms of the people he's been in against. The one defeat came back in 2016. That was against Cesar Juarez by 8th round knockout in the USA. He's won an IBF Intercontinental title, a WBO Intercontinental title. So I don't mean to write that record off. It has to be compiled, and he's been a dedicated pro for a long time. But the best benchmark we got for his ability level was that fight in IBA.PRO against Albert Batikaziev last October, where he was stopped in the 5th. And as I say, no shame in that. Batikaziev is a very, very good fighter.
И сейчас боксер золотого угла ринга из города Душанбе, Республики Tajikistan, and now fighting out of the Republic of Tajikistan, the city of Dushanbe, Bakhodur Usmonov.
He's got a very impressive record all around, Bakhodur Usmonov. You look at the caption there, a bronze medal at the World Championships in Tashkent in 2023. He's a two-time Olympian. In the qualifiers for the Paris Olympics, actually, he beat Erislandy Alvarez of Cuba, who went on to win gold at 63.5 kilos, a bronze at the Asian Championships, and he's 9-0 as a pro, 2-0 in IBA.PRO. So he is on a good run of form, 27 years old.
Уважаемые гости, я прошу всех встать. В честь претендентов на титул звучат гимн Международной ассоциации бокса IBA и государственные гимны. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. In honor of the title contenders, the anthem of the International Boxing Association and national anthems will now be performed. Звучит гимн Международной ассоциации бокса IBA. Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of the International Boxing Association. Звучит гимн Республики Филиппины, the national anthem of the Republic of Philippines. Звучит государственный гимн Республики Таджикистан. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the Republic of Tajikistan. Представляю вам официальных лиц титульного боя. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the officials. Президент Всемирной боксерской ассоциации, the President of the World Boxing Association, Gilberto Mendoza Jr. Supervisor Всемирной боксерской ассоциации, supervising tonight's event and representing the World Boxing Association, Jesper Jensen, Denmark, Dania. Боковые судьи. Ringside judges are судья номер 1, Judge 1, Armando Garcia, Thailand. Судья номер 2, Judge 2, Дмитрий Болдырев, Russia. Судья 3, Judge 3, Семен Стакеев, Russia. Referee титульного боя. Officiating this championship contest, the third man in the ring, Pinit Prayatsap, Thailand. Timekeeper, Ниязидин Мирбабаев, врач у ринга, Юнус Шарипов. И я представляю вам соперников. Introducing the title contenders. В черном углу ринга претендент на титул из Республики Филиппины. Ему 31 год, рост 167 сантиметров, вес 60 килограммов и 50 граммов. Его обширный рекорд составляют 36 боев. 35 побед, 24 из которых одержаны досрочно при единственном поражении. Он владел титулами интерконтинентального чемпиона по версиям IBF и WBO. И вот, через время и 2 весовых категории прибыл за новым поясом из Кагаяна де Оро-Сити, провинции Восточный Миссамис. In the black corner, the title challenger from the Republic of Philippines, 31 years young, standing 167 centimeters tall and weighing in at 6.5 kilograms. This warrior brings fearsome record, 36 fights, 35 victories, 24 knockouts and just 1 defeat. The former IBF and WBO Intercontinental Champion. He has now crossed the oceans and weight classes, arriving from Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis Oriental, to claim another crown. The Prince from the Philippines, Manaka Baboyenko, Alberto Pagara. Ровно по диагонали в золотом углу ринга претендент на титул из Республики Таджикистан. Ему 27 лет, его рост 174 сантиметра, вес 60 килограммов, 750 граммов. 9 раз он выходил на профессиональный ринг и 9 раз выходил победителем. При этом 4-жды отправив соперников в нокаут. На свой 10-й бой в карьере за своим первым титулом из города Душанбе. In the gold corner, the title challenger from the Republic of Tajikistan, 27 years old, standing 174 centimeters tall and weighing at 60 kilograms, 750 grams. 9 times he has entered the ring and 9 times left the ring undefeated. The 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Now it is his 10th bout in Korea, fighting for his first championship title from the city of Dushanbe, Mekmononi Aziz, Iftikhori, Tajikistan, Bakhodur Usmonov. И с ударом гонга рефери титульного боя, the third gentleman in the ring, Pinit Prayatsap, Thailand.
So the introduction's complete. There's the tail of the taper, height and reach advantage to go with it there for Usmonov. A touch of gloves between the two. So this is our final fight of the night. 10 rounds or fewer between Bakhodur Usmonov and Albert Pagara for the WBA gold title at lightweight. Usmonov in the white, Pagara in the white and blue. Usmonov just trying to find the range with that lead hand early on. He can keep this on the outside if he so wishes. When he throws that jab, though, you do notice that right hand just strays away from the side of his head a little bit. It might be something that Pagara will notice and start to think about. If he can get inside that jab, slip that jab and throw a left hook, then that could be profitable for him. Looking for right hand over the top there, Pagara. Couldn't quite land it. Just working from the body up to the head there with the jab, Usmonov, who's been nice and busy from the beginning as we reach the midway stage of round one. Smart bit of movement there from Usmonov. He's turning around that front foot. Nice quick combination there from Usmonov, just finishing with the left hand to the body. Pagara just staying tight in this opening round, not looking to really give anything away. Hasn't been able to get too much done. And again there, just rattling off that nice loose combination. Like a lot of tall fighters, Usmonov has got that ability to keep it long, but at that mid-range he likes to dig those toes in as he does there and let his hands go. He's standing quite tall, his chin up in the air as he does it though. Pagara sinking into the ropes there. That might give him something to think about there too, because he's actually quite vulnerable as he throws those punches there, Usmonov. He just let his hands go, but he stood quite tall. With that chin quite high. Might be something Pagara can do about that. That left hook that he half got through with there, Pagara, you do feel like that's something that could work for him. But that's a nice combination, left to the body and then the uppercut to finish with. And that's where he's swinging away on the ropes there. He's a little bit untidy at times, but he's completely committed to it. Pagara just trying to slip and roll and stay out of the way more than anything else. It was a good opening round there for Usmonov, one that he's won comfortably.
Round two.
Into round two. He has a boxing sack IBA.PRO debut last year, Pagara. Put a little bit more weight into that combination. Led off with the right hand and then threw the left hook in off the back of it. Finishes with that left hand to the body again there, Usmonov, which is a decent shot. Pagara, he's got a very solid look to him physically. Biding his time a little bit in the early stages here, which is understandable, but he doesn't want to let Usmonov just build up a healthy lead here without really taking anything out of him. If you feel like the second half of the fight might be yours, that's fine, but you've got to have taken something out of their gas tank in the first half, or all that's happened is that they're 5-0 up at halfway, and they've still got just as much left as they did at the start of the fight, because if you box at your own pace, fighters will always tell you, if you're the one who dictates the pace, then you're comfortable. If you're punching when you want to punch, then you're comfortable. If you're under pressure, if you're having to find shots when you don't necessarily want to, then it's a lot more tiring. Just trying to pin Pagara back on the ropes there, Usmonov, and again let those hands go. Good accuracy with the combination there. Pagara, though, just letting him know that it hasn't had any real effect on him. Another good round there from Usmonov. He's won those first two pretty handily.
Seconds out. Третий раунд. Round 3.
So into the third, and Pagara needs to start asking some questions here, because, as I say, otherwise the fight just starts to slip away from you. It's very early, I know, to be saying that, but Usmonov has got that kind of rhythm to him, whereby he won't have expended too much energy at all in those opening two rounds. He could box like that for 10 rounds comfortably, I'm sure. So Pagara has got to not allow him to do that. It'll mean he'll take a few more risks, and he's started to do it at the start of this third round. He's come out a bit more aggressively. Good right hand there from Usmonov, just stepping around the target, looking to find different angles. Got that right hand in around the back of the guard, looked for it again there. And again, he's looked for that a few times in this round now. That kind of longish hook where it comes in from the angle and just snakes its way around the back of that left glove. So if you can land that round about the ear, the side of the head, that can do some damage. Pagara trying to file back off the ropes, but not with any great success. And Usmonov, I think if anything, is just upping things a little bit in this round. Looking to punch with a bit more spite into the final minute. Pagara just suggesting he was caught around the back of the head there. I'm not sure he was, but he's under fire, that's for sure. He's trying to hold on there, the Filipino, and he just got shrugged off by Usmonov, who then let his hands go again, and down he goes. And it's the accumulation of punches really there that has done for Pagara. And I wonder whether he might just be tempted to sit this out, because this is very, very difficult for him. And the referee, I think, has got to the count of 10. And he has won by knockout, Bakhodur Usmonov. And he did up it in that third round. He clicked through the gears a bit, started to just sit on his punches a bit more, really land them with some spike. But Pagara got trapped in that corner, and that volume landed. Down he went, and as I said, I suspected that that could well be it, because he knew what was coming for him with 7 more rounds of exactly the same. And that is a big performance and a good win for Bakhodur Usmonov, and it's been a good night for Tajikistan boxing. Big performance from Boltaev earlier on, a big performance from Usmonov.
For the awarding ceremony, please welcome the President of the International Boxing Association, IBA,
And this, of course, was for that WBA gold belt at lightweight, so that will now be presented to him. And it's been a good night in Dushanbe, good crowd in, very enthusiastic all the way through, good mix of fights on the card. A successful night for home fighters, that always helps. And they've got a couple of people here they can really get behind. Usmonov has been on the scene for a long time. Boltaev, a big name off the back of that bronze medal at the Paris Olympics, and he won in good fashion. A heavyweight too, which always helps. So they've got some fighters here that the public can really
Все завершилось на последней секунде третьего раунда. Он сделал это нокаутом. Победителем боя и новый чемпион WBA Gold Bakhodur Usmonov. Ladies and gentlemen, he ended it on the last second of the third round by knockout. The winner of this bout and new WBA Gold champion, Bakhodur Usmonov.
And he gets that knockout on his record too. Fighters love those. Due to the count of 10 being reached.
Все, вручаю.
Well, Umar Kremlev, I think, has made him a gift of a car which will be waiting outside the arena. I've seen him do this before, back in Serpukhov in Russia last year. He gave the keys to Muslim Gadjimagomedov after he won his world title, and he got straight into the car and gave it a quick drive. So that's a nice bonus there for Bakhodur Usmonov.
Города Душанбе, дайте аплодисментов. На ринге Bakhodur Usmonov с поясом чемпиона.
And he started well, he settled nice and quick, and I was saying that Pagara needed to try and do something about that. At the start of the third round, he did come out a little bit more aggressively, but then Usmonov just took that as an opportunity, I think, to find a few gaps himself. He was looking to just fling that right hand in around the back of the guard.
IBA.PRO.
He did that successfully a good few times, and then he just got Pagara caught in the corner a couple of times. Pagara tried to just lean in and grab hold, but he wasn't really able to do it. And then after a while, it was just a volume of punches, an accumulation of punches really that put him down. There was that right hand that I mentioned that he just found the angle for. And that's the finish. It may well have been a body shot that finally put him down, but it was volume. And he reached that breaking point, that tipping point, and he went down to a knee, and I strongly suspected that we may well not see him rise. And that indeed was the case. And as I said, a good win for Usmonov and a good night for Tajikistan. And with that, I will leave you. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the fights. It was a good card. It was a good card. Good mix of fights. A really